beautiful people. What's good, what's poppin'? I hope you're having a great day so far. If not, that's a-okay, that's alright. Come on, come on, come on. Sit down with me, we're gonna flip that front upside down and get another reaction for you. Okay, so I am diving into another birdie video. I told you guys when I started to subscribe to people, channels that I thought were interesting, I'm possibly gonna keep checking out some more of the content on my channel. So that's what I'm doing today. This one is titled Gen Z Aesthetics. Again, the one aesthetic that I'm still not understanding is the boo-boos. Why? Because they're rare? That's why y'all want them? They're rare. If they're evil, why do you want them? But it beats me. Let's not waste no more time. Let's dive on in.
Aesthetics. In the year of 2025, there are so many aesthetics. And what exactly is an aesthetic?
Also, the matcha one. Should I try something matcha flavored, y'all? Let me know. Because people say it's really good. Or the way I see y'all ordering it, it seems like it's really, really tasty, really delicious, apparently. And if y'all hear any noise and scratching in the back, that's my dog chewing on his bone. I'm sorry.
Aesthetic. Well, yeah, I can't really tell you. It's pretty hard to explain. It's basically like a bunch of things tying together that create some kind of style or create some kind of atmosphere, I guess. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's just begin. Frutiger Arrow. Okay, a lot of you probably just side-eyed your screen like, what the hell's Frutiger Arrow? Think of any...
I'm glad he said that because I just did. Because I'm like, what is that?
Thing in like the early 2010s, late 2000s internet. Most of you watching here, this was probably a big part of your childhood. Like Windows 7, the Wii. And how people describe it is they're saying it was supposed to be like a depiction of what the future of technology was gonna look like. And this aesthetic was on like every single piece of technology you could think of. Even the look of like the old iPhone.
I was about to say like wallpapers. I remember going to like the computer labs as a child when you couldn't take computers and stuff home with you. I don't know if some early Gen Zers, I'm 2001 myself, is here sitting with me when you couldn't take the computers home. Yeah, when we had our allotted computer lab time, I remember the screen used to have like this big little, I think it was like a globe on one side of it, inside of like a bubble. I think I know what he's talking about.
And a lot of people want it to come back, and in my personal opinion, I mean, I think it would be pretty cool, but a lot of people are saying that people might just be blinded by nostalgia since it was around the time like of our childhood, which could be true, but overall I did like the look of it. Now we got liminal spaces. You have 100% seen a video of some really old and abandoned mall that looked eerie, odd, but kind of familiar.
Y'all talking about that stuff like how the back rooms be, because I'm sure seeing some back room images.
At the same time. Some of these, when I look at them, like I just genuinely felt like I have seen this place in my life before.
Yes, it's very unsettling.
Even though, to be honest with you, there's probably no fucking way I've ever been there, but it just looks familiar. And I would see videos back in like 2021, and it was just videos of like abandoned places that just looked run down, and it had like creepy music behind it. Some of the images were satisfying to look at, but some of them just creep me out. I would never even think about going there in my entire life. I know there's people out there that explore abandoned places all the time. That could not be me. I don't want some shit to like pop out at me as a
ghost, an entity, a demon, whatever, got one time to tell me to get out. I'm turning around within the before it get the guh out while you playing. Cause why? I don't understand it. Like I applaud people who have bravery and courage to do these things, but I don't think it could ever be me because, you know, if you're looking at me, if you want to play off the stereotype, you know, I have no business being in them kind of spaces. I'm just joking.
I'm walking into a dark room. I'm good, bro. All right, next we got like the Hello Kitty type of aesthetic. A lot of you are probably familiar with it. You've probably seen it before. Now, I've personally never watched Hello Kitty in my life. I don't even know what it's about, but I guess people that really like it or they just like the characters. A lot of people buy Hello Kitty merch, clothing, I don't know, whatever else you can think of. And sometimes it can be a little bit too much. They got piles of plushies on their bed, and literally their entire room is just covered.
No. This looks like a nightmare right here. That's just too much, but again, everybody's taste is different. If you like it, you just like it.
with Hello Kitty memorabilia. Although in my opinion, that's a little excessive. You want to blow all your cheese on it, you know what? By all means,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really stop you. And I'm sure the people that are familiar with this have probably heard the term Hello Kitty girl before. And there's also Hello Kitty dudes, and I don't really know if they kind of fall into the same category, but regardless, some people have been saying that these Hello Kitty girls are crazy. Like, you'll end up tied to a chair in her basement or something. Okay, it's not that serious. And after dating a Hello Kitty girl, you become a changed man. Some would describe it a canon event in their life. And you would not even think they're that way. You would not think a Hello Kitty girl would hurt a fly. They got a bunch of Hello Kitty squishmallows in their room. You would think on the surface that they're super innocent and whole.
Aesthetic does not equate to character and personality. So somebody can have whatever aesthetic they want to, show the world. It don't matter if they're still a bad person or if their character's not good. So the aesthetic, you can't use an aesthetic as a disguise.
Wholesome, but sometimes they're not. You would be mistaken. Now, how true is this? To be honest with you, I don't really know. I feel like there's bad apples in like every fan base, so for some cases, this may be true. And I don't know, even for Hello Kitty dudes, it could be true. Now, I thought the whole Hello Kitty thing was supposed to be that it was wholesome. Because after all, at the end of the day, Hello Kitty is a kid's show character, right? But there's like a whole grunge part of the aesthetic where they got images of like Hello Kitty holding a knife, Hello Kitty smoking a cigarette. And what confuses me is like the show is about, apparently according to Google's AI, having adventures with their friends, retelling fairy tales, and learning life lessons about.
Growing up, I had a Nintendo. Yes, I told you I used to play games. Okay, I still kind of want to play some games. I want to get back into that. I feel like eventually, as time goes on. And I still have a Nintendo. I have one sitting in my back room right now. My Wii is out of commission. I broke it before I moved out. So I'm trying to work on getting me another Wii system right now. But I used to play the Nintendo Hello Kitty game, and it was decent. Yeah, you got to go to different little parts of the city and do different little mini adventures. So seeing the pictures of them putting a cigarette up on a doll and a knife in the doll's hand, yeah, that's a little off the wall.
About friendship and happiness. So I'd imagine like some family-friendly, go-lucky artwork of Hello Kitty like fucking apple picking. Not her holding a knife with a bunch of blood on her face. Okay, now we got the opium aesthetic. Okay, I needed an excuse to talk about Cardi somehow, I'm sorry. So pretty much what this aesthetic is, Playboi Carti started a record label called Opium. And Opium features artists such as Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely. Now, all three of these artists, they dress a certain way. And it's like kind of like a dark, mysterious type of fit. Usually they'll wear like, I don't know, like a black beanie, black t-shirt, really baggy jeans, and Rick Owen boots. And the clothes they usually wear are like designer pieces, or people will buy reps as well. And I understand that because, dude, the bills are too high to be paying for designer clothing. It's just too expensive. I don't have that type of motion. There's no way. But some people in this opium community are trying to match Cardi. They're trying to be Cardi. They're trying to embody Jordan Carter. Like, I guess it's one thing if you like the clothes, but some people may not even like them and just buy them for the sake of trying to be Cardi. I'm not really too into fashion. To be honest with you, I probably wear the most basic clothes imaginable. But I like them, you know what I mean? There's no reason to wear clothes just for the sake of dick riding another man. That's
never. I would never do that. I prefer my comfort more than anything. Y'all see me right now. Hoodie. I got on a pair of leggings and just some house slippers. I prefer comfort. Okay? I'll put a nice little 1-2 outfit together here and there, just depending on my environment and where I'm going. But most of the time, my outfits still look comfortable. I still need to be able to feel like I can move, break out running if I need to run, dance if I want to dance, I prefer my comfort.
It's crazy. Older brother core. Picture a dude that kind of looks like Roderick holding a Monster Energy drink in his hand and an Xbox 360 controller with Cheetos and Mountain Dew by his setup. That is older brother core. And I guess how this term was coined is because in the 2000s, that's what a lot of people's older brothers would do. I'm sure for those of you that had older siblings that grew up in the 2000s, every day they'd hop on the Xbox, they rage a little bit, throw the controller. You know how it gets. It also has a lot to do with like music and rock bands and things of that that nature. Also, I'd imagine probably like skateboarding too. It just involves a lot of things that teenagers would do in the 2000s. And that's why Roderick is literally the mascot of Older Brother
Yes.
Corps. I mean, he
Now, growing up, yes, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, it was everywhere. There was there was no outrunning this movie, nor the book. The book was everywhere also. And speaking as an older sibling myself, because I'm the oldest sister, yeah, this was a thing. And I'm surprised it's still a thing. So that's crazy.
did all these things pretty much. Vaporwave. Okay, if you watch like 2016 YouTube, you've definitely seen this aesthetic in people's intros and shit. And at the time, I didn't really understand what it was.
I paused it because I'm gonna have to find that thumbnail, but there's literally a thumbnail up on my channel where I think I used this exact same background. That's why I paused it. It's so funny to see this exact same one.
Was until like years later. But apparently Vaporwave is like an aesthetic that's like kind of reminiscent on like the 80s, and it has like a retro and future vibe at the same time.
Okay.
And now I don't really know when this aesthetic got popular, but I know it's been around for a while. There's also Vaporwave music, and it takes a lot of inspiration from like 70s, 80s, and 90s music. And sometimes when I don't feel like listening to like rap or like pop music, sometimes I'll put on a Vaporwave playlist. Like I just find it really relaxing to listen to. It just helps me get into a mode when I'm doing work, I guess. Now we got Dreamcore and Weirdcore. Now Weirdcore just combines like a bunch of nostalgic imagery, like some shit you'd see in like early 2010s internet. It just makes it really weird. But yeah, I don't know, looking at these like on Google is just creeping me out a little bit. Like there's this one image here of like fucking eyeballs in the sky, and it says, "They're looking at me, they're looking at me." Looks like
No, that would give me nightmares. Cause oh, that's creepy.
you would have made this in like Windows Movie Maker in the year 2010. But yeah, that's pretty much the goal of Weirdcore. It's supposed to be weird, it's supposed to be creepy, and it looks like it was supposed to be made in like Windows Movie Maker or whatever the hell. And now for Dreamcore, it's pretty much like Weirdcore, but it just looks like a place that's just somewhere you'd see in a dream. Like it's pretty much like a liminal space, but in a dream. I don't really know if this is making much sense, but yeah, it's some place like straight out of a dream. It looks kind of cool though, I can't even lie. But yeah, overall, these are supposed to give like some kind of nostalgic vibe to it. But for me personally, Weirdcore is just unsettling. I don't know. I don't get any nostalgic vibe from that at all. That was like the Nutter Butter ad I went over like a month ago in the meme marketing video. Like that was just, I don't even know what that was. That was just its own thing. Now we got the e-girl, e-boy aesthetic. Now this one was...
Yeah, I've been hearing this a lot, and I'm like, where did this come from? Where did it originate from? And how did it even become a trend?
Popular in like 2020, 2019.
That's why. Okay, because that's why I was like, it was recent. Well, 5 years ago now. 4 or 5 years ago, but yeah, recent.
Around that time. Mixes a lot of different fashion senses together, like emo, punk, and it also takes elements from like anime. And of course they were called e-girls and e-boys, because, well, they would mainly be on the internet. I don't think I've ever seen an
So emo? Basically. But he just said emo and slash punk. But okay, yeah, basically emo.
E-boy or an e-girl in real life. And sometimes they would make thirst trap videos on TikTok. They would e-date. They make sure that you, yes, you in the lobby, know that they're dating. Like for example, they'll play a game like Valorant, hop in the game, and just start saying some questionable shit to each other. I could definitely see why that would be annoying to listen to. But yeah, bro, me personally, I want somebody that I can actually talk to face to face, bro. Because if you're e-dating, bro, I've said this so many times, if the power core cuts out, the relationship's done, bro. It's over. Alright, now we got the VSCO aesthetic. If you were in high school in 2019, you are definitely familiar with this. And those of you that are ancient like me, you would know that there's an app called VSCO that a lot of people would use back then. And a lot of girls would use VSCO, hence why the term VSCO girl exists. And I guess this is a picture of the VSCO aesthetic.
I don't remember. Now, I know I probably went to school with a bunch of girls who were, for sure. Probably this aesthetic, for sure. But I remember I used a little Mario, I'm not sure if I'm saying this spray right, Badescu? Mario Badescu sprays. Yeah, horrible for my face. I never really wore Crocs. I never really just bought Crocs. I had the little pop thing, on the back of the phone here. I think I had a flask, a coat, but no, I remember them scrunchies. I just remember a bunch of these scrunchies. The scrunchies was everywhere. There was no outrunning the scrunchies. So, yeah, I definitely probably went to school with a bunch of these type of people.
As you can see, there's just like a bunch of things that, I don't know, girls liked in 2019. I don't really know. But Hydro Flask was one of those things. And I swear, bro, everyone had a damn Hydro Flask. It was crazy. Like, I don't know if it was just a peak water bottle or if people just bought it for the...
No, it was a good water bottle because I had one in particular. It would keep the ice cold for like over a day. And I tested that theory out. I would fill it up late at night, right before I go to bed for school in the next morning, and I would just leave it out on my, getting my clothes ready, my backpack ready. I would set it by inside my backpack and stuff, and go to school the next day. And I kid y'all, I didn't have to put no more ice in it, and just had to put more water in, and it kept the water cold the whole day, into the next day sometimes. So them clutch.
I would assume that a lot of people just bought it for the trend. Sometimes I still see them to this day, but you know what? I respect it. That means they actually like.
I don't know if it was that specific brand, but whatever brand I had, it was good.
Likes the water bottle. I honestly respect that a lot more because I swear to God, there's like a trending water bottle or cup like every fucking year. In the next year or two, that shit just gets tossed to the side, bro. And
what y'all think gonna be the next trend of water flask is flasks after the Stanley Cup? What y'all think gonna be the next trend?
Apparently, a lot of people would also say anti-oop and sk in 2019. I've never heard this shit in my entire life. I imagine the modern day version of this is like hearing 6-7 every second of your damn life. But now we got an aesthetic that I briefly discussed in one of my videos already. The performative male aesthetic. And now this aesthetic popped off, well, this year. And if they actually like this stuff, I mean, that's not really performative, but the idea of being performative is literally just doing something just to impress people. Some of the things that they will pretend to like is matcha, Labubus, tote bags, Claro, Biba Doobie. Apparently even Too Hollis is seen as performative now. Bro, what is happening? Now where the problem comes in is that the dudes that pretend to like this stuff to try to get girls, like, come on, bro, you're not fooling anybody. I talk about it more in this video right here, about the worst personality traits. Just click on it.
Okay, no, Birdie made some decent points. And again, he even shared some aesthetics I don't even think I had heard of, child. But yeah, y'all, that was Gen Z Aesthetics by Birdie. Let me know what you thought about this video down below in the comments. Don't be afraid, don't be shy, leave feedback suggestions for my next watch. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.